Okay, before I go into the video, I will talk about a few things. Um, Remember if you have followed me for a little while, I talk about air conditioner or temperature. I said that COVID-19, um, it's related to temperature, but not just that. It's actually not related to the temperature whatsoever. It is actually how they multiply. And yes, no one's going to tell you this information. Um, I have mentioned many times that I have observed from 64 degree to 75 or 77. Somehow I am able to withstand 64 degree on. If I have 64 degree below, I usually get sick. Now imagine if there's a virus going around, you will easily get it. Now let's say if you go into places, crowded places or whatever, and because of the hot weather, they're going to pump up the air conditioner and it's going to make the place cold or cooler. You are more receptible to catch COVID-19 under 64 degree. If you are at home and in your house, make sure the temperature has to be 64 degree or higher. Okay. When during a wake, you can actually go lower. But when you are sleeping, please remember me and the video that it has to be over 64 degree. The best temperature to sleep, it's around 66 degree, to be honest. I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, I like it colder. But if it's colder, you have more chance of getting sick. And getting sick is okay. As long as not COVID-19, of course. As you know, common cold, easily get. But if you have a lot of people inside your house, or if you expose yourself to a lot of environment, if you expose yourself outside, close quarters or close to people, whatever, blah, 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 shopping or whatever, when you go home, make sure to stay in a warm weather or above 64 degree. Like I stated before, somehow, as far as I know, with air conditioner or anything with the cold, it has to be over 64 degree. Anytime it's 64 degree or under, you will have more chance of getting sick. And yes, I have experimented this for a long time. I came down to the T with the temperature, and I'll state it one more time. It has to be 64 degree on to about 72. For me, I can withstand about 72, around there. About 75, I have issues. Under 64, I have issues. Now, I have not really pinpoint exact yet. Like I said, yet. I think I know what it is, but I haven't pinpoint that yet, so I don't want to mention that on this video until I know for a fact. But for a fact that I know, that is between 64 and 72. Okay? And if you have someone in the hospital and or in a nursing home, or like parents or grandparents or whatever in nursing homes, make sure their room is 64 degrees above and less than 72. Because here's the problem that I've seen so far, and before I go, if they have, if let's say, if it's 64 degrees and they fall asleep, they actually can get sick. Anything under 64. And if it's over 72 to about 75, somehow it makes the body, like, I don't know, like really hard to breathe. So it's really weird, and I haven't pinpointed that yet. But I actually observed this thing for a long time, and the only temperature that I am able to withstand is from 64 to 72. If it goes too much over 72, about 75 on, I get really antsy, I get agitated, I get headaches, I get like my body just don't like the environment, blah 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 blah. But if I put the air conditioner on, or I go into a colder room or anything of a cold environment, I started to feel like about to be sick. And if I sleep in under 64 degrees, I have more chance of being sick, or expose myself to environment that's under 64 degrees. So the reason why I made this video is because I know a lot of people are having air conditioner right now. Two tips that I want to tell you, or to relay, is that if you are sleeping in with air conditioner on, make sure the temperature inside the room, it's not under 64 degrees. Like I stated before, 66 degrees is the best. 66 to 70. Those are the sleeping, safe, like I said, safe sleeping temperature. If you have people who are old, or like grandparents or something, and they're really old and they can't, do a lot of things, like whatever, just keep it 72, from 66 to 72. That's the comfortable zone that I've seen so far. And not a lot of talk. I don't think you're gonna find a video people talk about this whatsoever. Like I stated many in my videos, somehow temperature is very important right now. Temperature somehow affect a lot of things, which I have not pinpointed yet. But when I do, of course I'm going to make the video for you guys. But when I do, I will make that video. So if you are seeing this video right now and you want to stay a little healthier, including your whole family or whatever, make sure it's between 66 and 72. Don't go anything lower than that. Although you can go higher, it's just that your environment, it's really hard to take, blah blah blah. But don't go lower than 64 degrees. Okay? I hope that this is useful to someone who are especially sick with COVID-19. If you have a family member or something like that, and you are sick, or someone's sick, make sure to use a filter. You can just go to Home Depot and put a filter right in front of this thing right here. Go to Home Depot and get a filter and it's a number 10 filter. You can cut that out and put it right, tape it or whatever. Sorry, tape it right over this, and that will filter that part out. You can do that if someone's sick inside your house and you're taking care of someone who is sick. You can do that. Also too, use a lot of bleach, because bleach is cheap. Just bleach everything around when they cough or whatever. So there's various things, but remember the temperature has to be 66 degrees to 72. Whoever is sick, you need to leave it at that temperature. Do not go over than that, because they'll start suffering. Go lower than that, they'll start infecting other people. Yes, I have come to learn that much. So temperature, like I always stated in my other videos, temperature have the big contribution to this. And I actually made a video recently and I talked about how temperature actually would affect that. And I'll link it right up here for you. Right up here. Okay. You're going to see a little eye coming. Okay. Right there. I talked about a little bit about infecting and spreading, and temperature play the biggest role of all. And just to let you know that I said clearly in that video, I stated clearly in that video, I said the temperature will play the biggest role, and they're going to have to be very careful, because if they don't, this is what will happen. Spike will go back up again. And as of right now, I'll put a picture on the screen for you. And as of right now, everything is spiking back up more than normal. Why is that? Well, like I stated, temperature played the biggest role. And it's the biggest spread. Okay? And that's how it works. And like I stated in that video, if people are not careful, that's what will happen. And guess what? I don't even know when I did that video. A few months back, because I took a break from it, because I don't even want to. It's like redundant to make these videos, because no one's going to listen anyway. So I don't even know why I bother, you know. Only a few that listens, and a few that actually really smart. And I applaud you for that. Because, like I stated in many videos, it took me a long time to actually learn these things. And like I stated in my other videos before I go, it's a journey of 10 years. Now imagine a 10 years journey. It's 10 years now. And it took me 10 years to learn all these. And imagine a 10 years, if you really think about it, it's a very long time for observations. And no one's going to know about this. Even the WHO and the CDC doesn't know. And some of the stuff that I mentioned in those videos, I'll link it up right up here. Okay, I'll link the playlist right up here for you to see. You can follow that. And there are things that I said that the CDCs and the WHOs and no one else knows in this world. I mean, how can I come up with that stuff? Not because of, coming out of my ASS, but it came out of somewhere, right? I mean, come on. A person who said a lot of things that, it's not a prediction either, because I don't know how to predict things. I only know from experience and experiment too, because I do experiment a lot of things. I just don't tell you about it or anyone about it, but I do. So if you find this video and you want to stay healthy, all you have to do is keep your air conditioner from 66 to 72, and you will always will be stay on the healthy side that way. Even if there was a virus going around the room and stuff like that, there are ways to stop it. But the temperature, like I said, the temperature is very crucial. It's a very vital thing for this virus. But this video is not about virus. It's about staying healthy. So I hope that you get some stuff out of this. And I hope that you see, if you see this video, I hope you take what I said in this video into consideration, because if you don't, people in the house will be at risk. If you go into a cold environment like restaurants or public places and stuff, and they pump out air really cold, blah blah blah, you are going to reinfect or infect because of that reason. Like I stated many times in my videos, it travels very fast, and that's why they don't know it. They don't know why it's doing it. They don't know how it's spreading so fast. Well, if I tell you it travels fast, of course it's going to spread fast. Anyway, I hope that this video is helpful to someone out there, and I hope to take this message into consideration, because it took me a long time to learn this. And I guess that's about it on this video, and I will see you in the next video. Okay?